Hi, my name is Molly Goodrich, and I'm here with Emily Shaw. We are graduate students in the University of Utah Speech Language Pathology program, and today we're going to show you a little bit about the Accent 1200. We've provided a handout on the Accent 1400. The only difference between these two devices is that the 1200 is going to be 12 inches from corner to corner, whereas the 1400 it will be 14 inches. So there are a few features that we want to look at today regarding the outside of this. We do have a carrying handle, which makes it nice and convenient for portable reasons. There is a variety of screens that you can attach. You just slide it up here and put these markers in the bottom. This can help the patient being able to select certain buttons. They have a target to put their finger in. If we turn our device around, we have a nice stand that can go down if you want to lay it down, or it can go back up to have it up for better viewing purposes. So to turn it on, there's a button in the top left hand corner. I'm just going to push down on that. A blue button or a blue light will come up right here. Wait for it to start. This device is a little bit older, so it is available through Samsung. However, the new devices are available through Printrom. That's spelled Prentrom. You can find those devices on their website, printrom.com, and they range in price from about $7,500 to $7,600. Okay, so it takes just a few seconds for it to turn on, and once it does turn on, it comes to this main page. So before we start, we want to discuss there are 3 programs that are available with this device. They are WordPower, Essence, and Unity. The client can choose which one they want before ordering the device, and then once it is shipped to them, it comes with that program on there. So those 3 programs, WordPower is a vocabulary option, and it includes 2 options. It includes WordPower, which is word-based, and Picture WordPower, which is word-based and also provides picture support. Then we have Essence, which is an alphabet-based program, and that's meant for users who are literate, and it allows individuals to communicate novel thoughts or messages more efficiently. Today, our device is the Unity program, and that's also a vocabulary option, but it provides easy-to-understand pictures to represent words and grammatical endings. So this is what we're kind of looking at right now. There are a variety of pictures on here that we'll kind of go through to help you understand what they mean. So first off, we have this top row. In background, it's blue, and these are kind of core ideas that are going to be up there at the top so that you can select them. There's name. You can select your name, put that in there. I live in, phone number, birthday, etc. So these are kind of personalized things the user can put in their device to describe themselves to a conversational partner. If you press more, there are a few more. It talks about pets, team, and what they like to do. So if we press this activity button in the top left-hand corner, another set of key buttons come up on this top menu line. So we have yes, no, greetings, things about me, spell, and device. We're going to click on device right now, and we have various options. We have volume. You can select whether you want it to go up or down. Easy to put the speech on or off. This device does come with synthesized speech, which means that the user can select a voice to communicate their thoughts for them. You can turn the beeps up or down. The beeps are going to be activated when you select a button. Then there's remotes, calculator. If you press more, there are options in regards to word prediction. Word prediction is when you're using a keyboard and you start to type the word, it starts to predict it for you. You can turn that on or off. We also have options in regards to letters, so we can choose a keyboard to type from if the user feels more comfortable using a keyboard. Okay, so we're going to be back at this main page right here. We've gone over this top row, options that we have there. We want to go over the other selections we have available. So these yellow icons over here are going to be pronouns. This row in the middle, we're going to go through those. So if you press on this, it has a suit. There are clothes with this one. Talks about people that they may be talking to, doctors, nurses, therapists, etc. We can go back. This little firework, if you press on that, it has different things you might say to someone. Thank you, okay, you're welcome, etc. Feelings and expressions down here. If we go back, you just have to hold down on the button and hear the beep for it to select it. If we go to right here, we have math related buttons, numbers, counting, addition and subtraction, multiplication over here. If we go to the bridge, we have prepositions and directional words. All right, right here we have, you can either add a in a sentence or plural s. Adjectives, you can add ly. Numbers, you can have er, like for better, est. And then down here we're going to have some words. And the cool thing about this Unity program is depending on what button you select, it takes you to another page that will help you form and build upon what you want to say. So for example, I'm going to click on a pronoun over here, a girl, and I want to say, there's a selection of options down here. I want, I did, I like, I do, to help the client build their sentence. So I'm going to say I want. And it comes up on here at the top typed out for us. So I want to talk about something I want to eat. So I'm going to click on the apple. And it takes us to a new page. Up at the top we have breakfast, lunch, fruit, vegetable, meat, all different topics about food. We have different endings on the word eating. So we have feeds, feeding, fed, to feed, etc. You can pick those. So I'm going to do, I want to eat.
To eat.
And as you can see at the top, it spells out the whole sentence. And as you can hear, we have the voice setting on, so it can read it to the person that they are talking to. If we're all done, we can press clear in the bottom left-hand corner, and it will delete the sentence for us. Now I'm going to go into our toolbox setting. If you look at the top right-hand corner, there is a tool setting. We're going to click on that. And over here, we're going to select toolbox. All right, so it's kind of divided on the left and right. Emily will be speaking to you about the left side buttons. I'm going to go over the right-hand side. So at the top, you can see we have some orange buttons. That's in regards to activities that are available. You can be looking at things pertaining to the client themselves, things they like to do, etc. So we have assign activity keys, create activity, dynamic activity menu, and modify activity. Those are all buttons you can select to change the activity or add one to the device. The next row we have some green buttons. Those are in relation to core vocabulary words. Core vocabulary are words that we use in everyday language. For example, if you want to add or assign core keys, you can press that button. If you want to edit them or change them, erase them, store them, or if you want to swap them. Let's press on swap real quick. So you can select one of the keys to swap, and you can swap it with whatever other key you want. As you can see, the sun went from down up here to down here, and it switched for you. If we want to go back, we can press on the top button, and it takes us back to our menu. The next row is going to be our purple keys, and those are in relation to different pages that we can make. So if you want to, for instance, create a page, press on that button. You can spell the name of the page that you want to create. So today we'll call it me. M-E. We'll press OK. The nice setting about this device is that it can select different grid sizes. That's pertaining to how many tiles or icons you're going to see on one page. If you're with a user that is new to the device or maybe emerging language, you may want to use a lower grid size. So you may want to do it with only a few. It can go down to 4 and up to 144. This is a nice setting so that if you need to gradually increase as the client becomes more comfortable with the device, or if they're literate and a complex language user, they can increase that. So we'll press OK. And now we have a new page with our new tiles that we can personalize to ourselves. If we click on one of them, that allows us to personalize that exact key to that certain page. We'll press cancel, and we're back to our main page. These hot pink buttons, we have calculator and alert signal. The white buttons are pertaining more to the functional devices of the device. So we have speech, you can turn it on or off, volume up or down, volume up or down right there, and then you can clear display or sleep. So we're going to switch gears a little bit. We now have Emily with us, and she is going to go over the left side of the screen.
Hi everyone, so I am here to talk about these functional device buttons over here on the left hand side. They're all coded in yellow to kind of separate them from the customization that occurs on the right hand side of the page. On this side, mostly what you'll find is menus, and again, these menus will help customize the device and make it fitting to whoever the user is. We're going to start by looking at the feedback menu over on the far left. So if you just hold down on the button, you'll see an overwhelming page with lots of different buttons. Some of the things I just wanted to highlight on this page include the backlight intensity, so how bright or dim your screen is can be adjusted with some simple clicks. Additionally, you have the activation beep, so every time you press a button, you'll hear a slight beep, and you can adjust how loud or quiet that beep is. Another thing they have on here is the speak when spelling. So there's different spelling options, and you control when the device speaks. So it can speak after letters or speak in letters, so spell out the word for you. It can speak in entire words, or it can do both letters and words. To go back to the toolbox menu, you just hit cancel, and again, you'll be back into the main toolbox. The next menu we're going to look at is the speech menu. And under here, you can modify the synthesized speech of the device. So you can control how quickly or slowly someone talks and the volume at which the voice is produced. If you want to change the voice, so right now we have a female voice, so if we wanted to change to a male voice, you select the change voice button, and you'll see plenty of different options for voices. To test, we're going to hit the test speech button, and we're going to try acapella Ryan.
This is how the current voice sounds.
So as you can see, we just tested it. We haven't made any selections yet, so maybe we don't like that one, so we'll try Dennis.
This is how the current voice sounds.
So as you can see, there's lots of different options, different tones, different pitches, different volumes, and you can customize your voice to however you would like it to sound. Additionally, under this menu, you can choose whether or not your voice is in English, or we also have a Spanish option. There's not as many voices under the Spanish option, but it is nice that they do provide a couple. This is Rosa. Maybe.
Así es como suena la voz actual.
Great. So since we are English speakers, we'll go back and we'll choose a female English voice. And the other nice thing about the speech menu option is you can adjust pronunciations of sounds. So since we're using synthesized speech, the pronunciations can sound a little off sometimes, especially depending on your dialect. So if you don't like the way something is pronounced, you can adjust that under the speech menu. And what it will have you do is it will have you type in the proper spelling And then on the next page, it'll have you type in the pronounced spelling. And then the device will automatically save that and use that pronunciation when applicable. The last thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at the Access Methods menu. And this will allow the user to choose how buttons and icons are selected. So for a user who maybe doesn't have the best manual dexterity and requires use of a switch or eye gaze, you can adjust that under the Access Methods menu. Choosing this button on the upper left-hand side, you see there's several different options. So there's a touch option, which is what we're using right now. There's 2 different switch options, a new point or joystick option, and eye gaze. All of these options down here require additional equipment that does not come with the device but can be purchased through PRC. If you were to go in and select that you wanted a switch option, it would take you to another menu in which you can select which type of scanning you want your device to use. Okay, so what we did was just a really broad overview of everything that this device is capable of doing. There's a lot of customization and personalization that can be done through this device. Our goal was just to provide you with the nitty-gritty details of how to set up your device and get it functioning as quickly as possible. Last thing we're going to show you is just how to shut down the device. So we're going to go home. And again, we're going to select the tool button up here. Tool button. And you'll see a button for shutting down. As the device is shutting down, we'll just inform you that if you have any questions or anything related to your device, on our handout regarding the Accent 1400, we provided several links for PRC representatives in your area, as addition to online resources that can help you with your device if you come across any issues or questions.